So how's it going everyone? T Glizzy here, and in this Destiny 2 video we're going to be taking a look at an insane build. This build's going to allow us to stay invisible forever, so this is the perfect build for in-game content, especially where you have to clutch and revive the rest of your team. This is going to be a great build to use, and it's definitely one you're going to want to keep your eye on this season. This season for the Grandmasters, we have some pretty tough Grandmasters coming up. We have the Corrupted Strike, and then we also have the Proving Grounds. So these are two very challenging Grandmasters to complete, so this is definitely a build you're going to want to have handy. So for this season we did get a buff to the Graviton Forfeit exotic. This exotic helmet got a pretty nice buff this season. Now we have a longer invisibility duration, so we can stay invisible longer, and then the melee energy regeneration speed is now increased when you're near enemies. So as long as you're near enemies you'll be getting that melee back super fast, and then also while invisible your recovery is greatly increased and your weapons reload much quicker. So the buffs to the Graviton Forfeit are very nice this season, so we went ahead and put together a build, and this build is going to allow you to stay invisible forever, so you can pull off those very clutch moments. If you guys do going to enjoy this Destiny 2 video, let me know by smashing that thumbs up button, and without further ado, let's dive straight into it. So one thing to mention before we get into the build is we will need 100 mobility and 100 strength. So if you are lacking on gear with high strength and high mobility stats, then you can get a boost to your mobility and strength stats by using the mod Powerful Friends in Radiant Light. Radiant Light's going to give you plus 20 to your strength, and Powerful Friends is going to give you plus 20 to your mobility. You can use one of each of these mods to give you a plus 20 to each of these stat slots. This is going to help you get closer to 100. I had to use both of these mods to get to 100 on my strength and mobility stat because I don't have the greatest strength and mobility gear. So that is just one thing I want to go ahead and mention before we get into the build, is that you will need 100 mobility and 100 strength to make this build work. So for our subclass, we're going to be going with the Night Stalker subclass, and we're going to be using bottom tree Way Up the Pathfinder. Way Up the Pathfinder comes with a very special perk, Vanish in Smoke, and Vanish in Smoke reads, throw a smoke bomb from a distance, making you and nearby allies invisible and providing the Heart of the Pack buff. This buff can be stacked up to 3 times, and then it goes on to say Heart of the Pack grants weapon haste, increases mobility, recovery, and resilience. So this is a super potent perk for in-game content. So now moving into the build, this build's going to be focused around the Graviton Forfeit exotic, and this exotic comes with the exotic perk Vanishing Shadow, increases the duration of any invisibility effects. While you are invisible, your melee recharges faster, your weapons reload faster, and your recovery is greatly increased. So while you are invisible, your recovery is basically twice as faster, so you'll be getting your health back super quick while you are invisible, so it definitely helps for getting out of those sticky situations. So now taking a look at our first mod, we have Melee Kickstart, and this mod is a brand new mod to the Season of the Lost, and this is a stasis elemental mod. So this mod reads, when your melee energy is fully expended, you gain melee energy back. So we're going to go ahead and double up this mod so we can get the maximum effect from Melee Kickstart. So now moving on to our next mod, and this is our final mod. There aren't too many mods to this build at all. We have the Outreach mod, and this mod reads, reduces your melee cooldown when using your class ability. So this mod is super handy, and we're going to be doubling up this mod as well. So this mod is basically going to give us most of our class energy back as soon as we use our melee ability. So this is just going to help with the synergy of always keeping up our melee and always keeping up our class ability to keep us always invisible. So there we have it for this build, and this build allows for tons of freedom. You can alter this build for however you would like to alter it. If you have gear with high mobility and high strength, this is going to save you a ton of mod slots, allowing you to make an entire build on top of having infinite invisibility. In this case, unfortunately, I didn't have high strength and high mobility gear, so I had to sacrifice some of my mod slots for Radiant Light and also for Powerful Friends. But if I can find gear with high mobility and high strength, I can get rid of those mods and I can put together an entire build alongside this build. So this is just going to be great for in-game content, so you can put together a very nice Warmind Cell build along with a high energy fire build, and then you can also pair it on top of this invisibility build, so you're just covering all angles. You're doing high damage, you're also being able to be invisible all the time. This is just a great build again for any high-end content. But yeah guys, that's gonna do it for me in this Destiny 2 video. I would love to know, what would you guys name this build? Let me know down in the comment section. Let's go ahead and give this build a name. Let me know down there in that comment section, because I'm gonna be picking the best comment and the best name, and we're gonna be pinning it to this video. But yeah guys, again, that's gonna do it for me in this Destiny 2 video. If you guys did enjoy, please be sure to let me know by smashing that thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe for more. And I am being your boy T Glizzy. You guys have been my awesome viewers, and I'll see you guys in another. Peace.